Welcome to the PastGlimpse Photos channel.
Subscribe to the channel and like the video. This 1930s photo captures pure, unbridled joy on the Caterpillar amusement ride. During the Great Depression, amusement parks offered vital escapism. The laughter of these women symbolizes how people found moments of simple, carefree freedom, even in the most challenging era. This late 19th century photograph depicts a typical traveling peddler. He is selling wooden household items, essential goods of the era. The image illustrates a traditional economy where products were brought directly to the door, emphasizing the simplicity and self-sufficiency of rural society. This 1939 photograph shows children playing as the Great Depression drew to a close. Pedal cars were a luxury, symbolizing America's obsession with the automobile and its faith in technological progress. The image reminds us that even during hardship, the innocence of childhood held a strong sense of future hope. This 1926 photograph captures a young Alfred Hitchcock directing his now-lost silent film, The Mountain Eagle. Beside him is his wife and collaborator, Alma Reville. The image is a rare testament to the early stages of his career, long before he became the master of suspense and a cinematic legend. This 1933 photo shows a parade in Ecclesfield, UK. The float, shaped like a giant camera, symbolizes the growing importance of photography and mass media during that era. It reflects popular culture and how new technology quickly became part of local celebrations and public life. This unique late 19th century advertising portrait features photographer Leshinsky using his wife as a living display. Her dress, adorned with dozens of miniature portraits, showcases the studio's quality work to potential clients. It is a testament to creative marketing and the booming era of portrait photography. This amusing 1961 photo captures an unusual Hollywood event: a casting call for black cats for a film role. It reflects the golden age of cinema, when dozens of animal actors were needed even for minor parts. This is a unique testimony to the backstage life and eccentricities of the 1960s film industry. This 1920s photo shows the rare Czechoslovakian Skoda PA2 armored car, nicknamed the Turtle. Its unusual streamlined shape was designed to deflect bullets. This is an example of innovative military design during the interwar period, when nations were experimenting with new armored vehicle concepts. These bottle kilns dominated Stoke-on-Trent, the heart of England's ceramic industry, throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries. They are a powerful symbol of the Industrial Revolution, showing how the mass production of china and pottery polluted the air. Today, they are a rare architectural remnant of the industrial age. This 1970s photograph captures a British mod on his scooter, heavily adorned with lights and mirrors. This style was part of a subculture opposing rock and punk. Mods used Vespa or Lambretta scooters as symbols of their sophisticated, often working class, identity and their rebellion against the mainstream. This unusual 1930s photograph showcases an experimental monocycle. Following World War I, engineers everywhere sought to radically rethink transportation. Although this roller car never went into mass production, it symbolizes that era of innovation and utopian faith in a mechanical future. This photograph is a striking example of early photomontage, popular in the early 20th century when artists like Francis Bruguière created fantastic imagery. The giant figure on the building's facade against the backdrop of a Zeppelin reflects the futuristic ambitions of the time and foreshadows the visual aesthetics of Art Deco and science fiction.
This early 20th century photo captures an early car fueling up. The tiny, open-top vehicle is being filled from a rudimentary pump, likely a repurposed kerosene dispenser. The image documents the dawn of the automotive age, showing how rapidly transportation was being transformed, requiring new infrastructure.
This is the Mask of Sorrow, a 1996 memorial in Magadan, Russia, dedicated to the victims of Stalin's repressions. The monument is located in the region that was the heart of the Gulag system. The sculpture symbolizes immense human loss and serves as a grim reminder of the totalitarian past.
This 1897 photograph captures a London baked potato seller. The portable oven was a symbol of Victorian street food, offering a hot and inexpensive meal to the working class. This scene reflects the city's daily life, where small businesses thrived on the streets.
This historic photograph from Berlin in 1945, post-Battle of Berlin, features the message, "Hitler needed 12 years for this," referencing his 12-year regime. Against the backdrop of ruins and debris, the image stands as a powerful anti-war symbol, reflecting the devastation brought by Nazism and the conclusion of World War II.
This is the 1939 New York World's Fair, featuring a display of locomotives. The streamlined, futuristic model on the left symbolizes technological progress. The fair embodied the world of tomorrow, showcasing how American industry promised a bright future despite the imminent onset of World War II.
This early 20th century photo features the Bennett sisters, female boxers who challenged social norms. At the time, boxing for women was considered scandalous. The image symbolizes the early women's rights movement and the expanding boundaries of female sports and physical activity in society.
This late 19th century portrait captures a woman in traditional Breton folk costume. Her enormous lace or ribbon headdress, known as the bigouden, was a symbol of regional identity and social status. The photograph documents the richness of European folk traditions before their standardization in the 20th century.
This photo is a powerful testimony to the militarization of Germany under Nazism. The ceremony, which takes place among rural buildings, highlights the harsh reality of the war, contrasting with the official parades. The picture captures the propaganda value of medals for maintaining the morale of the Wehrmacht. This World War I photograph shows a German soldier in a trench, standing on a duckboard to avoid the mud. He wears a Stahlhelm steel helmet and a gas mask canister on his hip. The image reflects the grim reality of trench warfare and the technological responses to new threats like poison gas.
This 1945 photograph captures Soviet soldiers at the Reich Chancellery Building in Berlin. The plaque with the Nazi eagle is riddled with bullet holes, symbolizing the final collapse of the Third Reich. The image is a powerful document of victory, showing the moment Soviet forces reached the very heart of Nazi power.
This somber photo from the early 1920s, likely taken in Istanbul, shows gallows set up in the Tophane district during the Allied occupation after World War I. It documents a period of political instability and conflict, where occupying forces used public executions to suppress the nationalist movement in Turkey.
This collage compares Arnhem in 1945 to 2014. The top photo shows the anti-tank barricades erected by the Germans under the bridge. This is a direct legacy of Operation Market Garden and the occupation, demonstrating how quickly the landscape was militarized and how quickly peace returned afterward.
During World War II, the city was the scene of fierce clashes between American troops trying to open a passage to enter Germany and the remaining Wehrmacht forces who tried to blow up the Remagen Bridge, the last bridge still intact that would allow American columns to cross the Rhine. March 1945.
This World War II photo shows American ground crew preparing aerial bombs. Soldiers wrote state names on the bombs to boost morale and personalize their contribution. The image highlights the sheer scale of wartime supplies and the all-nation-at-war mentality characteristic of that era.
This grim photograph likely dates from the end of World War II or the post-war purges. It captures a man tied up before his execution, with the priests nearby. The image symbolizes the harsh consequences of war, as military tribunals passed judgment, emphasizing moments of individuality and religion before death.
This 1956 photograph captures a rare event. Venice's Grand Canal was drained to clear silt and mud. Workers in the mud-filled riverbed are manually removing years of sediment. This unique historical photo demonstrates the immense conservation efforts required to maintain the city's ancient infrastructure.
This 1950s photograph shows operators working with the early IBM 650 commercial computers. This machine became the workhorse of the 1950s, ushering in the era of business computing. The image symbolizes the transition from manual labor to automation, with women often occupying key operator positions.
This 1864 photograph shows the railroad depot in Atlanta immediately after its capture by the Union Army. The huge number of army wagons emphasizes the critical role of logistics in the Civil War. The city served as a vital supply hub for General Sherman's campaign.
This photo, taken during the Korean War, shows American soldiers attending an outdoor field mass. Religious services on the front line were crucial for maintaining morale and mental well-being. The image symbolizes the intersection of harsh military life and the need for spiritual support during combat. This photograph from October 1941 shows Moscow's civilian population, primarily women, manually digging anti-tank trenches. Their labor was critical in the Battle of Moscow. The image symbolizes the popular resistance and the total mobilization of Soviet society against the advancing German forces. This photograph from October 1941 shows Moscow's civilian population, primarily women, manually digging anti-tank trenches. Their labor was critical in the Battle of Moscow. The image symbolizes the popular resistance and the total mobilization of Soviet society against the advancing German forces.
This 1942 photograph captures a makeshift German cemetery near Stalingrad. The helmets resting on the snow-covered crosses symbolize the immense casualties of the Wehrmacht on the Eastern Front. The image is a grim testament to the turning point of World War II, foreshadowing disaster for the German army.
This 1931 photograph captures Adolf Hitler serving as the best man at Joseph Goebbels' wedding. At the time, Hitler was not yet in power, but was already the party leader. The image highlights the close personal connection among the top Nazi leadership and underscores the early stage of their path to totalitarian control. In this famous 1974 photo, director Steven Spielberg jokingly poses in the mouth of Bruce, the mechanical shark, on the set of Jaws. Despite the numerous technical breakdowns that plagued the shark, the movie revolutionized the blockbuster genre and fundamentally changed Hollywood.
This 1968 photograph from Abersoch Beach, Wales, showcases the free and spontaneous leisure style of the 60s. A man in a jacket smokes a pipe beside a woman relaxing with a dog on her chest. The image reflects the changing social norms
and the contrast between the old, formal Britain and the new, relaxed counterculture.
This touching early 20th century photograph from an American textile factory shows a small, barefoot girl working at a spinning machine. It is a grim testimony to child labor in that era, which sparked reforms and became a powerful symbol of the social injustice of the Industrial Revolution.
This 1950s photograph captures students in a driving school class using car simulators. These trainers allowed large groups to be educated in safe driving, reflecting the massive growth of automotive culture in post-war America. This image shows innovation in education and the social changes of the era.
This late 19th century photograph captures Fanny Mills, renowned for her extraordinarily long hair. Such portraits were a popular spectacle during the Victorian era, when personal appearance became a subject of public interest, making Mills an early, albeit very unusual, celebrity.